If I had to put this series into 2 words, it would be good vibes. With that, I'm gonna just get into it.
We're gonna put it in for
Yeah. What's up?
Why do you believe Hypixel Skyblock gets boring?
Well, it depends on the reason. Like, for me personally, a lot of the time I will, if I burn out, per se, I will, like, just do a huge grind, and then I'll have, like, you know, played like, too much, and then I'll just need to take a little break from it before I get back to another grind or whatever. Or, you know, you finish something that you've been working on for a long time, like you finally max out that skill you've been working on, or you finally get the item that you've been going for. Or just, you know, sometimes people find another game and they find it more fun than Skyblock.
Because whenever you grind something, you do it repetitively. And for lots of people, especially beginners, they continue doing that repetitive thing and then they get bored of it. But a special way to bypass that is to listen to music, watch anime, watch movies, and for some cases, a core member that left, I told him if he likes watching 18+ anime, you just have to watch down the side while you play dungeons and you'll be fine.
I'm
So,
assuming you do that pretty often.
the anime, yes, not the 18+ one. So.
Yeah, we'll act like that's the truth.
Hypixel Skyblock gets boring because there's nothing to do. Interview over. Bye.
That was too fast.
Hypixel Skyblock gets boring because mainly of the grinding aspect. Some people might like this, but the grinding just is too boring. Just doing the one thing over and over.
Welcome back to another video, guys. It's Crow doing another money-making method video.
I'm doing my interview! Get out! I can't get back now in the focus of this guy. I have to...
Can you make me small? I want to look small.
Bruh. You're autistic.
So I'm a very avid supporter of the movement that says Hypixel Skyblock is boring. That's because every single all the progress that you make in this game takes hours, and every single time it's complete, or like half the time it's completely dependent on an RNG, and I don't want to spend 10 hours getting like one intelligence. It's not really worth my time, and so it gets really boring because of that.
So I'm going to be extremely, like, you know, serious and not at all sarcastic. What are you talking about?
You're a fucking idiot. Why does Hypixel Skyblock get boring in your opinion?
Because it's repetitive. Like, what am I supposed to say? I'm lowballing. Do you think I'm happy?
Yeah, I actually do.
No. Like, you know what? I'm done with this, bro. Oh my god.
I believe the grind is repetitive, and also my co-op members tend to drag me down in the gutters, so that also kind of gets to me.
Well, you are level 47, so like...
Yeah, I've had a few accounts. I had one that was level 180, and then I had one that was level 200, and then both of those got deleted, so...
That fucking sucks, dude. I understand why you're wearing the tear sloth hat now.
Yeah.
I believe Hypixel Skyblock gets boring because, like, it gets too repetitive. You're just doing the same dungeon over and over again. There's nothing unique about it. It's basically just the same thing, grinding pointless numbers until you finally realize that maybe it's time to quit, and yeah.
That answer was about as good as your videos.
I really think it gets boring because I can't fish for 20 hours straight at a time. Like, when I fish, it feels like my parents just don't exist anymore. Like,
never.
Are you tired? Alright, you ready to record?
I don't even know what the question is, cause you...
Line up. Right where I'm hitting. Right where I'm pushing. There you go. You ready?
Touch it. Yes. I think it gets boring because like I feel like there's always something different that you can do in the game. Like it doesn't have to be boring. You can just switch to like whether it's a different skill or like a different aspect like dungeons. I feel like there's always something that can like bring you back. Yeah. Grippy. Why are you looking at me like that, cuzzy? Are you good? Are you good?
You see, what I really like about fishing is that it's really peaceful and you can make a lot of friends through it.
Alright, so personally, I did actually quit the game for about 6 months, I think like at the start of 2022. And one of the main reasons I quit is because the game was boring. And the reason for this is because of diminishing returns. So I was a dungeon main, I was a cat of 48, left-click mage, I was having a lot of fun. The problem is that even though the grind can be fun, the way Hypixel has made it, it's like you gotta sacrifice like your IRL things just to get to that point where you eventually want to get to. So at some point in time, I felt like I was sacrificing my stuff IRL, like in school or like outside of school, or just like my life in general. And even though I love doing YouTube and it's a big part of my life, it's not the only thing I do. So I realized that like this is not sustainable basically for me because I do a lot of things outside of YouTube, believe it or not. So yeah, the main reason I quit is just that this grind in front of me, especially in dungeons, getting to cat of 50 was just too long for me to handle. And I just quit because I was not going to grind away my life for something that in reality is just a different number on the screen.
So wait, hold up. You do things out of
A lot of money from the ink fishing, and it is a very, very money making. Yes.
Most people, I would say, consider it gets boring after a while. I think early game is the most fun part because there's just more to do. Progression is way faster, but like if you could see progression as a graph, it would be exponentially less as time goes on, which is honestly just the case for most big MMORPGs, but Skyblock is definitely more... It gets boring pretty fast for like certain skills. I personally hate
You see, very, very good things about fishing. I make a lot of money and I get a lot of friends. I have a lot of people that love me for fishing for 20 hours straight in the park. Lava fishing, no. We don't talk about lava fishing, okay? No lava fishing. Lava fishing, very, very, very bad.
because it's just boring enough that you have to like pay attention, but you can't just tab out and watch a movie on the side like something like farming. Farming is boring, but more people will do it because you can just kind of go to sleep while you farm. And fishing, I don't like.
And another thing about fishing is that it is a I don't know how to put this, but it's like it's not boring at all. Like you can just sit there for 20 hours straight and just feel like your world's not falling behind you. Like you don't even have to think about the
because it's not like that. Some people don't like dungeons because they think it's boring. Some people don't like forging. No one likes forging, if I'm being honest. But it's because they just a lot of mechanics after like late game, like master mode. They just once you have to do 1,000 of one thing over and over, the gameplay loop just gets boring and people don't like it. But some people do like it. Like I like dungeons. I don't mind that the gameplay loop is repetitive. I'll do floor 7 500 times and have fun every single run. But some people will do 10 floor 7 runs and they'll be like, nah, screw this, I'm done. I'm bored already. Maybe it'll be 2035 and I will be retired and dead by the time they finish the game, but at least it won't be boring then, so that's nice.
Well, I don't know, it's kind of complicated. Like, one of the reasons, I don't know if other players can relate, but for me, it feels like there is both too many updates and not enough updates at the same time. Like, no matter what, the game always feels way too grindy or way too boring. And also, like, it is a large part in the severe amount of grinding you have to do to be good in the game. Like, to max catacombs or whatever, let's say you want class average 50, that's 3,000 M7 runs. That's thousands of hours just for a small stat increase. Like, I at this point, I can't imagine putting that much time into something. Or, like, being incredibly rich. It's such a boring task, because either you get RNG carried in some kind of Slayer or dungeon, or you farm for 5,000 hours.
Let's see, why does Skyblock get boring? Well, for me, it's the fact that pickaxes aren't the best weapon. Like, if you want to be in the mines 24/7, I shouldn't have to swap to using a sword. Like, it just makes no sense. And I honestly think it would make the game a lot more fun, since I would be able to do, like, a lot more stuff. I'd be able to mine Slayers, I'd be able to mine dungeons, I'd be able to mine Kudra, and, like, everything. Right now, when I'm mining Slayers with a sword, it just does not make any sense.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hello, test. So the question, why do you believe Hypixel Skyblock gets boring? Well, honestly, if it's not about the boring, it's mainly about like how much hours you're putting in every single day, right? To the point whereas it feels a little dull. It gets numb. Ever since the Rift update came out, that was just amazing, right? The Rift update, pure perfect. The best content ever that was released this year. Once playing that, once finishing the Rift, right, understanding how everything was, you know, it's like playing that made me understand. It's like, wow, this game is actually really fun. Well, the Rift, right? During that time, I thought it was just a game, and then after I finished the Rift and I went back to normal Hypixel Skyblock, I was like, this is nothing like the Rift, right? And then it soon made me realize, like, oh damn, bro, this game ain't that fun, man.
To me, Skyblock probably gets boring once you've basically gotten to a point where you need to spend hours upon hours doing the same menial task to get like a 2% stat upgrade. Most people generally don't like that, which is really where a lot of the Skyblock fan base comes in. That's why they enjoy the game, for those tiny stat boosts and dopamine hits. But quite frankly, for me and other people, it probably gets pretty boring.
Why is Skyblock boring? What the fuck am I gonna say? Hold on. Because imagine... Hold on, I'm lost. Cut that.
No.
Oh, what do you mean no?
Just
no. I said cut it. Hold on, give me a moment. Server restart, what the fuck? Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's how long you took. This interview is gonna be like fucking 15
How the
minutes.
fuck are you gonna blame me for this? I get it all the time. Bullying, I mean.
Apparently you should get it more off of how you're speaking to me right now. There you go. Easy.
Oh, wow.
Too good.
Nah, that wasn't pretty easy. That was pretty fucked. I don't think I'm allowed to swear. No, I won't swear. I'm not
No,
gonna
you're
get
allowed to
rid of them.
swear, bro. I know you've never seen
I'm
my
gonna say
content.
fuck, shit, cunt. Alright,
can
shit,
speak
let me
now.
think. Hold on.
Speak, sir.
Hold on, shut up. I was about to talk. Let's talk about the garden. And then we can talk about the garden where there's just a lot of upgrades, a lot of compost to be made. No, hold on. Cut that last sentence. And then there's just the garden where I know all my stuff because obviously I'm a
And the other things about fishing is that just like when I fish, all I see is the little non-ranks, the VIP ranks, not even the brokies that just buy VIP without even having a little plus.
I'm not holding an Estrella in 250 runs. I'm not. No. Nope. Nuh-uh.
I have that recorded now. I'm gonna post a video.
Why do I believe Hypixel gets boring? Bro, I don't know. I dropped an Estrella in 250 runs. You think this is boring? Nah.
Dungeons is boring, honestly. I can't lie.
But you take that back. You're level 135. You're excused. You don't.
Shut up, mate. Shut up.
You're missing out, bro.
I'm missing out, bruv. Oh my god. That's crazy.
Well, mostly it's just because of burnout. People tend to just grind this game day after day and never do anything else, so it's gonna get boring. What I do in that situation is I play other games for a little bit, and then I come back to the game rejuvenated. I get a new goal, and I just start grinding again. It's kind of a loop.
Is it like one of those videos that you like watch like a TikTok?
This guy got
that
hit
just
by a
has
shotgun.
perfect loop or something?
Yeah, exactly. That's how it is with Skyblock. You just get bored, you take a little break, you come back, you like the game, you play, you get bored, and just it keeps repeating.
What's that emblem again?
You're recording. I'm not saying it.
Why do you believe Hypixel Skyblock?
Oh shit!
God damn it!
Sorry.
Why do you believe Hypixel Skyblock gets boring? You British piece of shit.
That was not needed. Okay. I mean, I think Skyblock gets boring. I think it's just always been boring. People have been brainwashed by the admins. Nah, I think Skyblock is a very grindy game. There's takes a lot of time to like max out. So like, I think you get bored at some times. But if you find like your style of playing, like macroing, watching Netflix while playing. I don't condone macroing, guys. Iron Man. Iron Man's pretty good. Stranded. I don't know. You mess around with your friends, and I think it can be fun then.
Alright, I think Skyblock is a great game, but sometimes it can just be very mind-numbing. Firstly, it's very repetitive. Like, for example, foraging. You run around chopping down the same 6 trees for like 100 hours. Or
And the very good thing about fishing is that you get a lot of money, and I get all the fanboys in my Discord DMs asking me how to fish. They are begging me for anime.
it's the same thing. You throw the rod, pick up the fish, throw the rod, pick up the fish. And it's like, at first, sure, it can be fun. You're leveling up stuff, you're getting items, but then after that, it's just like the same thing. It's like, I know all this. I know how this happens. I know how this ends. You're doing the same exact thing. It just gets a bit boring. And then also, the rewards for reaching some milestones, I think needs to be reworked. Like reaching level 50 for a certain skill, I think gives 200,000 coins, which is at that level, what are you going to do with 200,000 coins? It's like you can buy like, I don't know, 5 enchanted carrots, and what are you going to do with that? Stick them up your butt? I love all the miners.
One question and one question
Yeah.
only. You
Go for it.
say the things about the miners, but why are you staring down there the entire goddamn interview?
What do you mean?
Well, Skyblock is a grindy game, like many grinding games there are on the internet, such as RuneScape, WoW, and basically any MMORPG. I mean, I think people just fall out of love with the game. Like, when I first started playing, I started when the game legitimately came out, like, maybe a day after. And I created a profile and I played solo, and I played so much of that. When I first started playing Skyblock, I hadn't played Hypixel in, like, years. So when I got on and I saw that there was, like, actual guides online, it was like so surreal to me that Hypixel was at that point where it could actually have guides on it. Because before that, there was only like a handful of YouTubers on any Hypixel game mode, and they would be pulling in maybe 50k views if they're really big. And at this point, there was not like wikis or anything, or like very, very niche wikis on anything to do with Hypixel. So when I got on and there was literal guides for stuff, I was like blown away, and I just got kind of obsessed with it, and I played it a lot. Like, I played a lot of it to the point where if I finished my homework in my computer science class, I would literally just scroll on Reddit and just look at Skyblock posts for hours.
I'm just running around.
Oh my god. Bro's psyching me out.
Oh, sure. I just opened Spotify. Fixed it. Dude, I'm playing Minecraft while playing Raid Shadow Legends on my other monitor, bro.
Oh
I'm
my
not
god,
joking.
that's crazy, dude.
Oh, shit.
Raid Shadow Legends, make sure
No, because,
you
dude,
fun.
No, bro. I got sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, and I made a video, and then I got addicted because the game's actually good. Raid Shadow Legends sponsored this video right here.
Just stare right at me.
Well, what is the rock? What in the world? Where'd this come from? Where'd this rock come from?
Bruh.
I'm stuck, bro. Why do I believe Hypixel Skyblock gets boring?
Yeah.
Alright, so I haven't played the game in over a year, and I used to be a pretty hardcore grinder, making all those farms, you know, spending way too much time. Oh wait, I gotta move my face like I'm talking. Like one of those Minecraft videos. Alright. Yeah, I would spend so much time out of my day every day grinding, you know. It felt really good at first, the skills going up, I'm like, let's go. But when the skills get so high, it takes like 2 days to level up one time, and it's like, bro, I'm kind of losing my mind here because like you're not leveling up as fast. I mean, of course, you're supposed to keep grinding, but for me personally, I wasn't about to grind sugarcane whatever for 20 hours to level up once, you know?
Bro, how did you shit out that rock?
Dude, I don't know. It just came out of my butt, and I was like, dang.
Bro, not even level 69?
I'm level 1. Hey. But yeah, so yeah, let me try and think of anything else. I guess it got boring too because I felt like I accomplished a lot of my goals. So I was like, I always want to make like those full-length farm stuff. And then I did that, and I was like, dang. Also, didn't they like add something that you can instantly build farms or something?
Yeah, the garden.
Bro. Dude, there was that one YouTuber who was crazy known for farms. Who was it?
Sweet Booty.
Oh my gosh! Freaking nostalgia, bro. Holy crap. Dude, I think honestly, out of all Skyblock players, that guy gives me the biggest nostalgia.
Why does Skyblock get boring? Well,
yeah, so I play the Iron Man game mode, so no trading, auction house. If I want something, I look up the recipe and just kind of start collecting all the stuff myself. In theory, this sounds like a fun challenge and a great way to explore all of the small parts of the game, like getting blaze rods from actual blazes for your aspect at the end. The thing is, I've spent probably just about 7,000 hours now on Iron Man, and it's really just lost its magic. The further you get into the game, the longer everything takes, and it makes sense that's just how it is. But it's another thing to say out loud that I'm gonna spend a whole week of my life breaking a piece of glass in a game, just to buy a single talisman that on its own won't really impact my game at all.
I think for a lot of people, Skyblock can get kind of boring at times just because it can get very repetitive or very grindy. Now, that's probably not very surprising, after all it is an MMORPG, but there are a lot of painful grinds that I do think could definitely be improved upon, especially when you get to the later points of the game. Like, for me personally, I used to play a lot more actively in 2019, 2020, even 2021. I don't play as much now as I used to back then. Most of my playtime is me just using the grappling hook in the hub. And I think the reason for that is because whenever I look at like the Skyblock guide or ways to level up, which I guess is basically the universal progression system, most of the things available just don't seem interesting in the moment, so yeah. I feel like most of my time spent nowadays when it comes to Skyblock stuff isn't spent playing the game itself, but more so like talking about it in Discord servers, or being involved in the community, or working on wiki pages for Skyblock, or even working on videos occasionally.
I don't think Skyblock getting boring is a bad thing. If it took you 1,000 hours of playing a game to get bored, that's an impressive game, and now it's time to move on to something else that interests you. The expectations some people have that Hypixel Skyblock should keep you entertained for your lifetime is wrong. It's natural to move on from one interest to another. If one game interests you forever, it's very unlikely you're growing as a person. Boredom is just a sign that this once beloved activity no longer has meaning to you, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with Skyblock being boring. There's nothing wrong with not caring. Instead of trying to convince yourself that it is fun, go do something you actually enjoy.
If you're still watching, thank you, because this series has been a marathon, especially this video, which is way too long. So, I don't really have much to say. All I can say is, thank you. See you next time.
would you call a fish with no eyes?
Go fuck. Why do you believe Hypixel Skyblock gets boring?
What?
Why do you believe Hypixel
What's the
Skyblock?
question? Rephrase it.
Why Hypixel Skyblock boring?
What? A boring? What do you mean? I don't know what you're saying.
Dude, I get you're a dumbass. You play this game a lot, but like, come on,
What?
dude.
Who?
Has Marina gone into your brain a little too much?
What? Oh, are you saying why is Hypixel Skyblock boring?
Yes.
What? Wait,
Do you have dementia or something?
Oh, it's cause what? Oh. Part?
He left the call. What the fuck?